Hi guys, welcome back to a new YouTube video. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Nkem. I'm a nurse based in England. If you're not new here, hey babes, mwah. Thank you for sticking with me. Today's video is highly requested. I've been asked to do this video for a very long time, and for some reason I don't know why I've been procrastinating. But we're doing it today, okay? We're here, we're doing it. So, today's video is going to be about how I moved from Nigeria to England to work as a nurse, and how you can do it too if you're a nurse based in Nigeria, okay? If you'd like to get all the dates for this information, all the details, please stick around and watch till the end, okay? Okay, so it's not as difficult as you would think it is to move to England from Nigeria. I did this in under 1 year. I did it under 1 year. Excuse me. It's not as difficult as you think that it is, or as people would make it seem. It's actually quite easy and quite straightforward process, except for like some bits and parts of it. But it's quite simple to move to England, and the reason is that the reason a lot of people move to England as nurses, doctors, is because the pathway is pretty much straight. Like, do this and do that and do that, and you get there. So I have my phone with me, and I have like all the details. It's a very long list. I'm going to put some of these things in the description box, or most of them in the description box, so that it's just quite easy for you to, follow it. Number one thing for me is make sure you have a license, okay? It doesn't matter if you studied nursing in the university like I did, or you did it in nursing school and you have a diploma. As long as you have an RN license, sorry, that is number one thing that you need. You need to be a nurse first, okay? Number two thing for me is that you need to have practice for at least 1 or 2 years. And for me, I would say 2 years is just to be on the safe side, because I know that a lot of hospitals here would say they require at least a minimum of 1 year experience in an acute hospital setting. That just means that you've been working in a hospital actively for the last 1 or 2 years. But for me, get at least a year of experience. 1 year, 2 years is fine. Okay, that's number two thing for you to do. Get your experience. Get your experience so that it's in your CV that you have an experience. Okay, but I will tell you one thing: be ready to unlearn a lot of things, because the way we practice nursing in Nigeria and the way we practice nursing here is they're two completely different things. Okay, so be ready to unlearn quite a couple of things. All right, so that's number two. Number three is that you need to get an international passport. This is a no-brainer, because you can't possibly leave your country to a different country to live in without having an identification, certificate. And in this case, it would be your international passport. So get your international passport. You need to have your passport. You need to have your international passport. It is an absolute necessity for you to venture on this path. Okay, so you get your passport, and the next thing for you to do would be to prepare and write your IELTS. So, for me, from my own perspective, I would say if you're getting ready to write your IELTS, first of all, there are a lot of tips and tricks that you should already know. Before you start writing IELTS, there's a lot of information online. You should be absolutely well prepared before you're gonna write your IELTS. Take out a month or two to prepare for this exam. It's an English exam. It's not that difficult, but it can be difficult, because the thing is, we're so used to using the wrong English here in Nigeria that we don't know what the right one is. We don't know how to frame a sentence. We don't know how to write an essay without necessarily repeating words over and over again. And this is what IELTS does. It tests your English. How good is your English? How versatile is your English? So prepare to write your IELTS. I'm going to leave like links of all, you know, all the websites I used during when I was studying for my IELTS. And for nursing, I'm sorry, there's a road. I'm sitting, my house is literally in front of a road, so you're going to be hearing a lot of cars, motorcycles, or even ambulance going past, so please bear with me. It's a bit hot. It is quite hot. Oh, bloody hell. The summer is actually summer in this period, because what the hell is this? It was cold yesterday though. Anyway, so for IELTS, for nurses, so you need a minimum of 6.5 in writing and 7 in every other aspect. So speaking, listening, and reading should be 7, but writing is 6.5, and you can get an overall score of 7. Okay, please aim that when you're writing this exam, you're going to write it once. It is very important for you to, because for me, I feel like you should put a time frame for how long you want to do this entire thing. You know, if you're going on this path, how long do you want to achieve this? This is not to put a lot of pressure on you, but this is to help you focus and schedule your time and focus on the important things. Because it's very easy. Studying can be quite boring, and it's very easy to get distracted with things happening around you. So if you want to do this, tell yourself, I want to finish this process in the next 8 months. I want to finish this process in the next 1 year, and you can get it done. Technically, writing this exam and qualifying to write my OSCE exam took me about 9 months. And then getting a job and moving took me about like a year and okay. And this was because I wasn't even like persistently trying to anyway, I'll get to that point later, but we'll get to that point. Anyway, this is the scores you need to get. You need to get 6.5 in writing, you need to get 7 in every other thing, and you need to get an overall of 7 to pass your IELTS or to be accepted. Okay, and after that, the next thing would be for you to open the NMC an NMC account. So you go on to nmc.org.uk and you register. Joining the register as a nurse or a midwife. It's the same process for a nurse or a midwife, or I think even a mental health nurse. Excuse me. Whew. Okay, so you register and you pay a sum of £140. This is your initial registration fee. A sum of £140. You can pay with a MasterCard, pay it yourself. It depends now on what the CBN restrictions are. But if it's not as bad as it was when I left last year, you should be able to pay this particular amount with your MasterCard. If not, I would suggest that you open a dollar account with any bank. You can even do it with GTB, because I know I had a dollar account with GTB, and they give you an ATM for your dollar account. So basically change money, pay it into that account, and you can use your ATM, the MasterCard, to make transactions for anything that you want. You can even use it to shop online. It's a lot easier for you. Okay, so you pay a sum of £140. And at this stage, this is the stage that you need to upload the data page of your international passport, your certificates. You can use, so in nursing, there's something they call notification for license. It's a notification to say that you have a license as a registered nurse, and you also have a certificate as well. So at this point, this is the point you upload either your certificate or your notification online. Okay, you upload your IELTS results, right? And they create a personalized portal for you, so you can log onto that portal at any time to see the progress of your registration. Okay, that's where you monitor the entire thing. You make this payment, you upload these documents, and this is where not necessarily hard work, but this is where the difficult part, we get to the difficult part. So after you've done all of this, you're supposed to upload your license and your certificate for license to NMC, but it needs to be verified from the Nigerian Nursing and Midwifery Council. So you have to do what they call a verification. You have to pay a sum of 17,500 via remitter to NMC Nigeria, Nursing Midwifery Council in Nigeria, for them to verify your license. Okay, so you can pay it online if you're outside of Abuja. You can pay it, you can go to the office in Abuja to pay it if you're, in Abuja, right? Okay, so when you make the payment, you're supposed to bring an evidence of payment. So if you go to a bank, to pay this, make this payment, you keep your tellers so that you can submit it as evidence of payment. If you paid it on your phone via online, you will have to print evidence of payment as well. Just take a screenshot, send it, print it, and then have it along with you. You're supposed to submit an evidence of payment, and the photocopies and the photocopies of your certificate or notification for license, your license itself, the front and back, and your license shouldn't be expired. It should still be valid. Okay. That's a story for another day. So your license and a letter requesting for them to verify you, and to also send a letter of good standing. So these are the things you're paying for, right? Verification and letter of good standing. Do it together so that they can send it once to NMC UK. Okay, I would advise you to do it together. I know a couple of people who did theirs differently, and it became a problem because after they had gotten here, they needed that letter of good standing from NMC Nigeria. It would be a huge problem for you to be here, and you'd be calling and trying to get them to, send a letter of good standing for you from Nigeria when you're already here. So pay for it together. It's the same price, 17,500 for the two of them, and write a letter requesting for verification and letter of good standing. Now, in your letter, you must include your CRM number. Your CRM number is a number that is unique to you, specifically given to you once you open your NMC portal and you've made your £140 payment. Okay, the number can be found on top corner of the mail from the NMC UK. Okay, I'll probably attach a screenshot of what the letter looks like and what the CRM number is. The letter should be addressed to Nursing and Midwifery Council Nigeria, and it should include your name, the exact thing you want, that is the verification and letter of good standing with NMC UK or for NMC UK, and your birth certificate. Okay, now do all of this, send it off, and this is where you have to wait and pray. Okay, if you're Catholic, put your rosary in the water. If you're going to any church, in fact, if you're a traditionalist, go and meet your Amadioha or your chief priest, whatever that works for you. This is the part where you start praying that this comes out on time, because in some cases this would take literally, and I'm not kidding, 3 months. Mine took 3 months. Okay, I heard now that is a lot faster, but I don't trust what people are saying. And even for mine to come out in 3 months, I was calling everyone I knew there. I was speaking to every single person. I was settling people. I spent more than 100 grand trying to make sure that my verification came out on time. Because even at the point when I called NMC Nigeria, and they said, oh, that they have backlog of people, over 4,000 people that they haven't even done their verification, that had applied the year before me. So they would need to clear the backlog first before getting to me, so it might take 6 months. And anybody got time for that? We have to jump out like today, tomorrow. So I started calling people, I started making inquiries. My friend in England here then sent me somebody's number in Abuja that I called, who helped me fast track the entire thing. See, once there's a will, there's a way. In Nigeria, you can always find a way. Okay, it's not necessarily right, but that's just the way the system is, and you have to be smart enough to know when you have to go to the streets. Get it? If you don't get it, you forget about it. Okay, so after that, you wait till you get verified. Now, once you get verified, they send the verification letter and letter of good standing to NMC UK. You don't get involved in that part. They send it to them, and then NMC UK issues you an email saying that you've been verified. Okay, they'll send you this email that you've been verified and you're now authorized to book for your CBT via Person View. So drink break. Hold on. My throat is so dry and I don't know why. Okay, so you get verified. You get an authorization letter from NMC UK telling you can go ahead and book for your CBT. Okay, CBT costs £83, and you can get, there are accredited people or places where you can take the tests. Okay, you can pay for your CBT via a website called mindhub.co.uk. You pay, they give you a voucher. You go on Person View website, you input the voucher, and you get registered for your CBT, and you choose a date and a center where you want to get write the CBT. Okay, I did mine in Enugu. Initially I wanted to do it in Abuja, right? But when I registered for CBT, I noticed that there was a center in Enugu. It was in Gariki, and it would make more sense for me to go there and write instead of traveling all the way to Abuja, the cost of traveling, hotel, and back. So it just made really good sense for me to write it there. So I registered and I wrote mine there. So you choose a center, choose a date. When you pay on MindHub, getting the voucher usually takes 24 to 48 hours. So do not be alarmed. They're not going to scam you of your money. They're going to send you your voucher code in maximum 48 hours. Okay, you do your booking on Person View website, and write and pass your CBT. There are so many materials for CBT, but now it's a bit tricky because I think the way they write CBT has changed a bit. I'll get more information on that, and I can maybe do a completely different video for that one. But yeah, basically study and write your CBT. It's an online test. When I did it, I think it was about 100 questions or 120 questions, I can't remember, and there are draw calculations. There are all types of questions. Gather as much materials as you can. There's so many materials online. Do as many mock tests. I did 1,000,001 mock tests. I'm not even kidding. When I decided I was going to do all of these things, I shut down my business for an entire year, and I really just focused on writing this exam. I went back completely to school. I had a very strict schedule. Wake up at 5, I would go on a run, come back, showers. 7:30, I'm sitting on the dining and I'm reading, and that's it. I take my breaks, an hour break in between, maybe till 9, take 30 minutes break. 12:30, take like 2-hour break, eat lunch, have a nap, and then come back at 3 and do like an extra 3 hours, and I'm done for the day. So this was really important to me because I wanted to write the exam once and for all, sort it, move on, which is what I did. So get ready for a CBT, write your CBT. Your CBT result comes out in 30 minutes after you've written the exam. So if you pass, in 30 minutes. If you didn't pass, in 30 minutes. And it just says pass or failed. Okay? So after you've done all of that, this is when you now feel the NMC UK form that is on the website, which includes you upload the name of your medical regulator, which is Nursing and Midwifery Council Nigeria. You upload a police clearance. You can get a police clearance by going to any, I think, what did they call it? I think it's like any police headquarters of headquarters in your state. You can go there and get a police clearance. In Enugu, I went to State CID, and where was it? The one in Okpara Avenue. I went there. I paid 10,000 or so, or 15,000. I paid 10,000 for the actual thing, and then extra 5,000 just to make sure that they bring it on time. I paid them. and when it was ready, they called me to pick it up. It literally takes like 3-4 days because they have to send it to Lagos, get it done in Lagos, and come back. Excuse me. You can also get it done in Abuja at that police headquarters in Abuja. I have someone there who you can literally just call to get it done for you and you pick it up. So yeah, anyway, so you upload your police clearance, you upload your notification or nursing certificate, and your IELTS academics. Okay, you're writing, I forgot to mention this, you're writing IELTS academic. You know, IELTS is IELTS. I pronounce it as IELTS. I don't know how every other person does, but IELTS, IELTS. It's what is even the full meaning? International English Language Test of something like that. So you write the academics. You can also use OET. I'm not really conversant with how OET works, but yeah, okay. You have to have your IELTS at that time, because without it you can't move further, because you've literally done like almost everything, right? You've written your exam, you've passed it, you've passed your IELTS, you've passed your CBT, you've gotten all your information, so you need to have that IELTS certificate. After writing IELTS and you've passed, depending on where you write IELTS from, you can either write UKVI, IELTS General, or you can write with I think it's IELTS Nigeria or something like that. I know I used IELTS Nigeria. Their website is IELTS something. I will look for it and I'll put it in the description box. So you have to have all the certificates and you have to upload them onto the portal. Okay, now after this you pay a final registration fee of £153 to NMC UK. Okay, this is needed so you can get a PIN number from NMC UK when you pass the final exam. Okay, without, you know what, and if you're a nurse, you know what an NMC PIN is. So you have your PIN in Nigeria as well. Okay, it's in your license. It's literally your license, a number in your license. So you pay this £153. Remember, this is why you have that $8 account. Put money in it. Make sure you make all your payments through that. Life is easy for you. Okay. Okay. Now, so now you've done everything, right? The last bit is to write your OSCE, which is the last and final exam to write before you can start working here as a nurse. But there is a kicker to it. So there are a lot of hospitals who would sponsor you to come and work for them. Okay, and they have a lot of packages. So when you're making all these payments, paying £140, £153, 75, don't worry about it. There are hospitals who give you a deal that covers all the money that you spent while coming. Okay, there are relocation packages that are quite good. I know that my trust did cover my flights, my IELTS, the money I spent writing IELTS. It doesn't matter the number of times you wrote your IELTS. All you need to do is make sure you provide evidence of payments for all the times you wrote IELTS. Whether you failed it 3 times and passed it 4 times, you can get reimbursed for IELTS for that number of time. Okay, so the money for your IELTS, all the registration fees, your flight fee, your so many things, like there's a lot that you get reimbursed for, so you don't need to worry about so many things that you're paying for. Okay, if you get a trust who has like a really good relocation package, all the better. Okay, so now you have to start looking for jobs. Okay, I'll list a couple of sites where you can look for jobs or start applying for jobs, start looking for jobs. Upload your CV on trackjobs.com. Look for job openings specifically. Okay, let me stress this part because this is a very important part. If you go, there are thousands of jobs on job sites. There are 1,000,001 jobs. There are always shortage of nurses. But for a nurse coming from Nigeria or anywhere else in the world, you need to look for a job offer specifically targeting international nurses. Okay, that is for you. Because for you to fill any job application here, you have to answer a couple of questions where they ask you if you have the right to live and work in the UK, and if you have an NMC, a UK NMC PIN. If you don't have that, you're not going to even be able to apply for that job. Okay, so the idea is, when you're searching for a job, type in jobs for NMC, for international nurses, okay, or overseas nurses. Those are the jobs that you want to apply to. Okay, now start applying for a job. You can look for jobs in hospitals, NHS hospitals, care homes, you know, generally just start looking for jobs. Okay, how to apply for a job, I'll do a complete different video on that to show you guys how you can apply for a job to get the best chances. Okay, now apply for a job, and after you've gotten an offer, read through the offer, make sure you're very comfortable with the offer before you agree to it. Don't be in a hurry to jabba and you make mistakes. Okay, make sure that what you're offering you is fair enough, because I will guarantee you one thing: if it's about the hospitals here using you, oh, they will use you. They will use you and use your ancestors. So make sure that you're getting the best offer that you can get, and that you're comfortable with it before you accept anyone. I've said my own. Okay, so now you've gotten an offer, you've signed the letter, you've sent it back to the trust. Don't sign more than one offer at a time. Okay, these hospitals spend a lot of money getting the certificate of sponsorship to give you to be able to move, right? So if you get an offer from hospital 1 and get from hospital 2 or hospital 3, weigh all the 3 of them and choose the best one for you. You can accept the best one and reject the other one. Don't accept offers from 2 or 3 hospitals. That's not nice. Okay, and that's not fair. Don't do it. Just pick one and move on with it. Okay, so you get all of this, and it's time for you to do your visa. All right, getting your visa and booking for appointments is quite easy. It's not an interview kind of system. It is just for you to do your biometrics and all of that. You don't need to worry about whether you're going to get the visa. Okay, you have a job, you have an offer coming from a hospital, they've sent your information to Home Office, you have nothing to worry about. But before you go for your visa appointment and all of that, you need to go and do what they call it again. Hold on. Let me find what it is. You need to go and do a TB test. Okay, it's very important. You might get rejected from doing your biometrics if you don't have a TB test, because they will ask you for that. Okay, I'll put like the information on where to do your TB test in the description, but you need to get that. You need to book for that ahead of time, get it done, and then book for your appointment and go and do your biometrics. So you do your biometrics, your visa comes out, and you're literally on your way out of the country. So I know that there are like a lot of things or parts in this video that might be a bit confusing, but I will do my best to put every information that I have or can get to supplement this video with in the description box. Okay, now go forth and start your relocation journey. If you really like this video, please give it a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe. Please, you guys should subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm literally like, do you want me to kneel? I will kneel down and beg you people should subscribe or share this thing on your WhatsApp status so that people will see it, even on your Instagram, Twitter, anywhere, Snapchat. Okay, if you like it, just give it a thumbs up. Click the notification bell, that little bell thing, click it so that whenever I post a new video, you will get it. I post my videos every Thursday of every week. Yeah, I'm doing once a week now because my schedule is out of this hold. I don't think I can manage doing 2 videos a week. So yeah, I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Mwah.